J, interacting to season 2, episode 22 of Charmed. We are now at the finale of the the finale of this season, essentially. And a lot has happened within the season. Primarily, the main thing is us learning more about our magic limitations, learning that our blood cannot be used, that we cannot always save people who are meant to be saved, and we also can find justice, well, outside of supernatural things. But also, all of our cases, even if the sisters have multiple cases, they're all intertwined, and the powers that be will literally always be able to navigate us through a victory. And essentially, we also got some closure on, once again, the mother of my trio, and also pretty much what happened to them, the trauma that it primarily did on Prue. And now we're here after having an almost apocalypse last week, which is crazy because that is they're like the higher ups in the power resources or the power of evil. And I'm just only knowing that for now on up, we probably going to come across upper scalar demons, because we have this thing called the Source, which was hinted in a couple episodes, and then we have the stuff with Dan and Leo, that nonsense, which was we didn't really see Dan. I'm hoping that we end the season off with him finally peacing out, because between the fight, what was it, episode 19, whatever, then the shenanigans, we have so much little time. So anyways, let's dive in.
My father died.
Let me hear it to the L.
The power of flight and the passionate hatred for those who killed him. Witches. And I will not rest.
Well, personally, I think that the best way to destroy witches is not to treat them like witches at all.
Wishing they never existed.
Genie, if council agrees, how do we proceed?
Well, just make sure that the bottle cross paths with the witches and let El Genie Grande.
From us.
True.
As long as you are a genie, we can find you anytime.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Just walking along, minding my own business,
The
and
ankle?
wham! It was like a random attack, a demonic drive-by. Nothing in our lives is random anymore.
Drive-by.
You know, how about what already is? Dan is back in town.
Oh, a brother he is?
What am I going to tell him?
We're not fucking
The last time I
say.
saw him, he handed me proof that you were killed in 1942.
Yeah.
Well, all demon hunting and no play has made me a lot less picky. I gotta figure out a way to put some more balance in
Not
it.
less picky.
Yeah, but you don't need dick.
Now,
Oh,
yeah, why are they doing that?
somebody got a secret admirer?
Ew, it's so dusty. Who would send us something so dusty?
Oh no, not her open it up. Well, okay, why you got...
Your wishes?
You're like,
My command.
sir?
You win the lotto and you're asking for explanations?
Actually, we'd just like to know who to send a thank you note to.
Look at the power
All
couple
I
anyways.
know is that you robbed.
Just to be freed.
What are you, the butler? Come on!
The
Everybody's
butler?
got wishes. I mean, most people spend their entire lives
Look
with
at them
their wishes
judging
never
together.
coming. I'll be over here, all right? I have a
Well,
hunch that I'm going to be here for a
We're
while.
talking about wishes.
That's a
Can
nice house.
you, send me a CD player?
For example, say a man wishes for a car. The next day his dad'll die and he'll inherit a car.
What?
So as long as we don't wish.
That won't be the case.
So, what's it gonna be, Master?
Look at him.
So,
Pasta's fine, the fish is fine, steak is...
fine.
Right.
Yeah, actually, how'd you know?
Because you're very predictable. He possessed him, well, he took over him so he can eat.
Dick, are you...
I'm sick and tired of trying to pass myself off as even being halfway worthy of dating you. You betcha! Look.
I wish, don't say that.
You know, I mean, at this point, I just... dating's kind of a job, you know?
Not a job, then we gotta
I
take a
mean,
break.
not-
Ma'am, how you gonna say don't make no wishes and then you say that?
Your wish, my command.
Nah, bro, why would you do that? Oh, wow,
Hi.
he just...
How about great fortune? You want that?
After taxes, not worth it.
No,
Right.
land. Nice. Only no world peace. I can't do that.
The fine print of wishing. Your job has its limitations.
Yeah, well, so does yours.
Not you coming in her grips.
Nope, I am not interested in that.
Oh, not interested. Not interested in absolute power. You're a rocket scientist.
Mind his business,
Well,
man.
maybe It's about what I need to know. I mean, you've been watching me my whole life, and I don't even know where you spend yours.
He showed up here. Why? Like, why is he getting comfortable showing up
Got to
as
be
an
kidding me.
ex? Boy, what do you think you're doing? At this point, Leo, Leo, you gotta fight this man. Cause
I'd like to know.
what do you
Because
think?
at this point, I really don't know what to expect from you. I mean, how can you be with this guy after everything I found out about him? He's a fraud.
You found out. You mean your
Dan, I
cousin
know who
did,
Leo
right?
is.
And please, honestly, you've had like maybe weeks to like, honestly, find something else to do, and you
He's
came
right.
back
He
and you gonna
deserves
snatch
to know,
her.
but what am I going to tell him? What am I going to do? I wish there was somehow he could just move on with his life.
Oh, yeah, well, no.
You're a witch. I can't.
No, the fact that he's doing it without them even knowing is just nuts.
That's not gonna happen.
Why would you
I'm
hit her
sorry.
fucking ankles?
Look, could you stop trying to banish me? Just long enough for me to try a little something on you? Things people take for granted. I mean, the feeling of a suntan. Taste of ice cream. Preferably chocolate.
Chocolate? Oh, you
Sex.
lost me.
That's it?
That and premonitions.
Stop, sir.
You're a witch with no real powers?
We
I
already
mean,
touched
no,
this.
you know, premonitions. Those are,
Three, that wasn't even one.
That's 3. I'm gone.
Right, I mean,
Yeah.
while he was gone, he was
Okay, if
collecting.
you're free, then where's my power?
That fast is nuts. Like the whole.
What's going on?
I got a job offer in Portland.
Yeah, yep, we know. Oh my god. The drift? We are Tokyo Drift right
Tiger, check it out.
now? The Asian bag.
Prue? Hey, are you okay? I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but you're looking kind of
Oh,
old.
Yeah. I can't get down. I don't
There's
know
no
how
way.
I got up.
you don't know? We can figure it out. I wonder how they gave her fake braces. That's actually interesting.
So, do I get that power when I get old too? All right, let's
You
get
get
something
old,
straight. We are
too.
not old. We are just older than you are right now for some reason. Wait a minute.
What?
No, it sounds totally bitchin'. This is such a cool. Look, what is it?
I can't.
I'll tell you when you're older. Look, let go of it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
No, she
So, are you thinking demon or warlock? I don't know.
don't even.
Oh my god, who's a hottie?
Oh, no. Oh, that's not. Get her upstairs.
I'm out of here and dump him somewhere.
Okay, okay, bye, bye, bye.
I have no idea, but I could try to do that.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
I mean, I've always wanted an active power, right? So let's.
Okay, Supergirl. Oh my god, I can't stand her. I actually cannot stand Phoebe with this shit.
Which
Yeah, open
we
that
don't
door.
have right now. If I ever find that genie again, I'm gonna wish him into oblivion.
Okay, now
Did you
that
hear
is.
that?
Oh, well, that.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah,
Leo,
every
how do
time
we fix this?
gets broken.
Oh, I know how to fix it. According to the book, we gotta get the genie back into the bottle. It's the only way to undo the wishes and make everything back to normal. Wanna know what I'm wishing for now?
With no fork?
Look, you're probably a little bit upset, huh?
No, I've moved past upset
She's
and
right.
right to pissed off.
Well, I didn't tell him. Look, I probably just tracked it somehow, that's all. I don't know. We're not partners. I got this gig on my own.
Well, he wanna
What a real
pay?
killjoy.
You know what? You're going right back in that bottle, buddy.
Oh, they
What
already
happened?
snatched him.
Where'd he go? I thought you said free genies don't have powers.
Y'all about to piss me off, and she's gonna. She's blunt. I love it.
He used the Halliwell wishes not to destroy them, but to free himself from his bottle. Stole power from me.
Borrowed, okay? The term is borrowed. And I knew that it would piss you off so bad that you would be that much. Look,
Okay.
you don't go after the witches with power. You go after the one without.
Now I'm down just spilling all the goodies. Like,
When I first got the call, I naturally dismissed it as a crank, so I realized it was a deputy mayor on the other end.
okay.
Okay, Daryl, can you speed this up? Because I'm kind of busy right now.
Think about that. I
In
mean,
here.
she didn't take a picture.
Okay, Daryl, I'm really sorry. Okay, it won't happen again, but I gotta go. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, it won't happen again, but you gotta make sure it don't happen right now.
It was Prue's rebellious stage. She thought everything bad was good, especially the guy she thought she was in love with. Until he attacked her.
Oh my god.
Postgrams.
She definitely murked that motherfucker.
I'll
But
get it. You go watch it.
we didn't find out she had an abusive boyfriend. Wait a minute, we never done past that. Don't tell me about to show up.
Prue snuck out of her window. We have to go find her. Phoebe. That's Dan.
Dan? Hold on. getting older while she getting younger. She taking his youth. Don't fly
You'll
around.
never be able to find it. You have a hard enough time controlling the power in the daytime, let alone at night. Why can't I get a premonition when I want to? He would be fine if it wasn't for me.
Oh yeah, move on. But I didn't know move on.
It's not fair. He doesn't deserve this.
Yeah,
It's bad enough the wishes are biting us in the ass, but not him.
I'm crying. Goodbye. Get ew, man. Mind you. Well, man, get out of here. Sir, calm down.
Freedom.
You need to gain one.
Exactly as I say. You understand? Absolutely.
Sir, get out of here. You're too close to people. Are you even brushing your fucking teeth?
Demons and Morlocks. You know, all the family emergencies.
I literally
that
made a
used to
joke about
have.
him knowing this last episode.
Right.
You don't believe it? You don't believe it? I mean, that's fine. You know, because demons will probably go after his ass. No, Leah, why are you flexing? She said, I am. Why? Oh, okay, well, she got that. She still got it. Okay, we gotta prevent that from going under the seat.
Where is he now?
I don't know. I think he's following me. You have to go
Oh, she
quick.
acted down. Like,
Prue,
what the
where are you?
fuck? She should have been in Scream. The first one, like, look at that acting down.
It's a
Tears,
trap.
fighting.
You know it's a trap.
Doesn't
Like,
matter, Leah. We have to go anyway.
Alright, well, at least go with a plan.
And we'll be back.
you're going to have to.
We gotta hurry, it's gonna be
I know that's right. I know that's right. No, I'm about to say.
Then we find Prue and get the hell out of here. All right, go fly.
Okay, maybe she was hiding all night. Maybe she like kept moving. Oh, there's no way. It's a wide view. Did you teleport in?
Let go of her, damn it!
Oh, what? No way he actually stabbed her. Excuse me? Excuse me.
What do we do? What do we do? What?
Leo can heal her. Go get the car, Phoebe. Go get the car.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, well, Leo. Oh, true.
God, what have I done?
Yeah, what have you done, bitch?
Leo.
I can't heal the dead.
What?
Yes, you can.
What? She's not even dead. Like, oh my god. I don't care. I don't want to hear this.
That's all that I was thinking about.
I don't care.
I'm just a genie.
Yeah,
To the point.
Yeah, dude,
He's
don't be
willing to
joking
give
with
up his
you?
freedom. He had to
Okay.
lose.
Okay, but like, if somebody opened him up again, like, what did that do? I mean, like, but like, would like the wishes come back? Like, you know? Sis. Check on it right now and get like, hold on. Sir.
Dad, get down.
Dan? Dan, okay, Dan still has awareness.
The power of 3 will set us free.
Get that man, no.
Power of 3 will
And he burned our window.
Piper, I really don't feel like talking right now.
Dan, did you get some sleep?
We're gonna have to talk sometime.
No, we don't.
Dan.
Please, just go away. I don't want to know anymore. And I don't want to know any more about you.
Okay, that's what you wanted to know the most about her literally like weeks ago. Whatever. Like I said, I told you.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Oh, I am a reformed wishaholic, believe
Yeah,
me.
we're gonna make sure we're
In
not
no
saying
hurry to get any new powers.
Oh?
Oh yeah, well.
Yes, we know, and we already know what one of them is. If you're up for it, that is.
Okay.
We want to make you mortal. And besides, once you're human, we don't have to worry about you tricking us again.
Yeah, he can get out of our sight.
But there's one wish you have to grant first. I want Dan to have peace of mind, to forget about all the horrible things that have happened the past couple days, about who we all really are.
Yes.
I wish that Dan could truly move on with his life.
He's like, I don't even know what happened, but it's crazy. Like, damn.
No tricks, right?
He about to go right. He about to go right to the local McDonald's. Give him a Big Mac.
Listen,
They're calling me. I gotta go.
Yeah, we see.
not so fast.
Oh,
If we're ever gonna make this work, I think I deserve to know a little bit more. I mean, I'm going with you, Leo.
What?
I'd like to meet them.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Positive.
I didn't even think we could do that. We could do that. We can meet the power. We can meet the higher ups.
Sorry. I'm worried. I mean, of course we'll be back.
Then they serious. Yep, you already know it. You gotta do it every season ending. Yep. So that was my season 2, episode 2 reaction to Charmed. And let's talk about it. We're going to dissect it with the wishes, but primarily overall, we're just going to talk about each of the girls. I feel like obviously maybe I should do Piper, Dan, and Leo first, because I feel like if I don't talk about them first, I'm going to probably forget, and it's going to be a shorter conversation since they're pretty much primarily also one of the main topics per usual. I feel like the season was primarily, definitely, essentially, even though mainly a Piper season. I mean, I feel like all of them had a season, but I definitely think Piper had the most, like, wanted to come with most of the essential storylines, such as the Dan Love, Triangle with Leo, her almost dying, the consequences of the magic, also her essentially this episode, and then the big decision. She's had a lot of episodes where I feel like hers was like some of the most impactful episodes, and especially towards the second half of the season. But with this episode, essentially, it answers and it pretty much covers the same thing I've been said about Dan. Is that Dan would have, it was always a question of what Dan, how would he handle her being a witch, and how she thought about if she got rid of being a witch a couple episodes ago, her and Dan probably would have worked. And yeah, it shows that the reason why her and Leo are compatible is because Leo knows everything about her. He accepts everything about her, and plus he knows about her supernatural life, and he accepts it because he's also supernatural himself. Dan is a person that wanted to get to know her so much that when he finally got to know her, he didn't like it. He didn't like what he see. And I think a lot of people, essentially, it's realistic. I'm not surprised he literally had the same reaction as Andy, maybe even worse, because he he couldn't get sleep. Like, his eyes was red. He don't even want to know her. He wanted to keep the distance, and it's reasonable, because as somebody who's lived a certain life and thought of everything wrong with the relationship between them as something just like, oh, well, she doesn't love me, or oh, well, maybe it was just me, or maybe we weren't compatible. He found out the reason why they didn't work is because of something supernatural, and that he's so human and she's not human. Well, she's mortal, but she has a supernaturalness about her that he would never understand, and that his life can be a danger because he almost got burnt up, and that the fact that not only did he have to like pretty much accept this within a few days, he ended up experiencing being in the crossfire of it. He ended up getting this big offer and then started aging rapidly within a few days. And then also now learning that the girl that he's been dating for months was a witch. And all the time that he thought that she was blowing him off, and the whole time that he thought that something was off, and that she always was distant, she always was like never fully there with him, it was because she was fighting demons. And he probably was like, well, damn, like, you sit here maybe like a fool because I've been getting paranoid about Leo, and I've been doing shit about Leo, thinking that I can win you over and win you back, or at least make you realize that he's a fraud, and you knew you made me look like an idiot. That's me playing devil's advocate for Dan's sake, because in some sense that is like a mortal reaction. I can't be shocked that he once again had the same reaction as Andy, and also having to process that within a short period of time, which is a few days. Like with Andy, he had a few hours. With Dan, he literally had like maybe essentially a couple days. And I do like by the end of this episode, we end up getting like basically 6 wishes, and this one was a refix of what we did in the first half. And I'm happy that we did take away Dan's memory, because I don't think Dan would have been able to process it. I feel like with Andy would have took him time, because once he found out the other time, he's already acceptable to it, because he's been seeing so many things that's been weird that he's not shocked anymore. But Dan hasn't been introduced to anything that's paranormal for him to even question anything like that. Dan is literally kind of like the most, like, I can't even explain, the most straightforward guy. I don't even think he would ever think of anything supernatural related. That's why they were never compatible. And I always in the back of my mind knew that he would never accept her being a witch fully, or he would never accept witches at all. He's the type of person that wants a normal life, a normal family, a normal thing. And I feel like at this point forward, I'm happy she knows that she wants to pursue fully with Leo, because I think there would have never been a human that would have been able to handle them as witches, which is why I'm thinking that at this point is either they're going to have to completely lie to their loved ones for the rest of their life, or they're going to have to date somebody supernatural wise, because this is like the second time we're encountering humans who's having the worst reactions to supernatural creatures or supernatural possibilities, which is not saying that it's not a bad reaction, because I feel like I already believe in supernatural stuff as it is, but if I wasn't, I would have probably been like, yeah, you're gonna have to stay away from me. But I understand. But also, I just hate seeing Piper feel that way, because I feel like she's been getting pounded for the last few episodes. I'm not gonna hold you. I think that's why I'm saying this season was hurt, because she got pounded with wanting to give up her powers due to the Gale, then this, and then dying, and then the repercussions of the powers of the blood. So she's been having episodes back to back to back, and then him dying. But then these last few episodes of her just having the most intense emotions to everything, and then to almost when her sister died, essentially. Watch Dan age when that's not her main goal. She wanted him to have a normal life, and every time she tried to have something happen, it goes the wrong way. And I can only feel like the matter of time she's tired of it. And she didn't want Dan to she didn't want to make Dan, age. She wanted the best for him, because she feels guilty that it ended the way that it did, and that he still cares about her enough to try to do deep diving on Leo. But at the end of the day, it's like, what did you expect? Like, as a shipper point of view, you literally cannot do investigation work on this man and then run to her and then show up to her job. You couldn't text her. You couldn't leave a letter on her door, say, can you talk when you get home? When you get home, you came to her job, possibly knowing that Leo would be there, because at this point, where do you think Leo's going to be? You show up to her job to what? What did he expect? He wanted them to laugh together in the club bar and be like, ha ha ha, we knew he was an op. You finally came to your senses. I truly feel like at some point he probably thought that she would run back into his arms and be like, oh my god, you are right, Dan, I'm happy you're here. I don't even know if he actually wanted a friendship or not, because he literally felt like he was literally appalled that when he came back, she wasn't running in his arms, thanking him for being her shining white lighter, shining white soldier or knight. I don't know. I just know that he's finally out the way. At some point, I tried to be very much like a shipper, but also Dan, I feel bad for you, because you literally were losing a losing battle. But at this point, you were kind of getting on my nerves. You're annoying. You're actually more annoying than I even thought could possibly be. You literally had to go, and I'm happy he doesn't have any memory, because so many people do not need any recollection. Once he retracted his hand from her as if she was a disease or something, I was like, yeah, there's no way. There's no way. But I'm happy he's having a normal life that he desires away from my girl. Thank you. Next, let's talk about Prue. Since Prue acting, or Shannon's acting, specifically this episode was amazing. She's always been amazing. She always have amazing episodes as well this season too, obviously. We already talked about that. But I definitely feel like her directing this episode and her having once again, she's always good with crying. She's always good with emotion. She's always good with bringing the flair, the flavor, the talent to the scenery. But to see her in a teenage setting is kind of crazy. Specifically for the last couple of minutes of the episode where she was in the forest crying with tears, and she was sounding scared. It literally gave horror movie. She could have been in a horror movie. I wonder if she was in a horror movie before, because if she didn't, that was talent that deserved, because she ate down. The fact that she literally she's a shapeshifter, I believe, because every episode that requires her to act different, she aces as well. When she did the episode where she obviously was when she ended up turning to a man, or the episode when she was crying with the dark lighter, or the episode where when she had the different Prues. This episode right here where she obviously became her younger self. The episode where she had to become the assassin. They all become indistinctive different characters. The range on this lady is insane to me, because she feels like a 17-year-old girl, even though you know that she's 28, 29, or at least 30. She's in the late 28 range, but she feels like she's 17. Even the way how she was talking with the braces, how she was acting, the mannerisms, it was giving teenager. She was the innocence, how she acted the innocence out was completely a teenager. To the point that you're like, damn, that literally could be. And her face is so still look young. Even though she's an adult, it still looked so young that, and then the bang shaped in her face, she looked literally young. You saw that the demon was acting predatory towards her, because how young she looked, that you already knew that this was going to be a predator type of feel of how he was approaching her, and the way that the acting was done was just amazing. Let alone, I feel like with her this season, we already knew that she kind of had a flat relationship era. I'm not gonna hold you. After Andy, like I said, I think Andy was essentially her soulmate. Bane could have been her second chance romance, but he's in jail. So she has, like, that's the two top tier men on her list. And then obviously the other guy that, like, was a demon, but now, you know, is he a pastor? So, like, he's gone. So those top three choices are out of her way. So she has to settle with humans. But with Piper, I feel like it's crazy because, like, the first season was essentially Prue dealing with what Piper is. Now with this season, you know, obviously Piper handled it. I feel like season 3 might be where Phoebe deals with this situation if she dates a human. But I feel like with Phoebe, she's probably not going to date a human if it's primarily a main one. But she might. But I don't think she's going to get too close to where she has anything asking wise when she's dating them committable wise. I don't even think she's ready to commit because she's literally in her early 20s. We'll see, honestly. But with Prue, a lot of the guys that she dated this season were just trash. She had the guy from her job, but the guy from her job literally felt like he thought that he shouldn't push more. So she was confused on how the relationship was because it wasn't making any moves. You had Jack, who literally only cared about smashing, and he ended up becoming more concerned about the job that he ended up losing what he was. He didn't care about kids. He didn't care about the future. So, like, he wasn't on the same wavelength as her, as somebody who's already in her late 20s, maybe thinking about a family. He was just not on the same wavelength as her. He was literally immature still. And that she's more mature. She clearly matured in age since she was younger. She's been mature her whole life, basically. And he's literally he still acts like a child. So it's not a shocker that she said, well, let me lower my ranges because it's either I get attached to them and potentially lose them like Andy, or they're going to be childish and I might just lose interest. Because she had a few dates this season and they didn't end well, and clearly they became the boyfriend of the episode and never discussed again. So it's not shocking that she would want things to be easier because she feels like dating is a job, because it felt like a job. She's trying to balance them in between work, so it feels like it's a job in theory. But hopefully now she worries about finding just love instead of just trying to admit and let it happen naturally. Lastly, Phoebe, I'm making it quick because I feel like we talk about this a lot with her active power and her wanting an active power. This is technically her second time essentially having active powers when she switched powers with Prue, and then this episode where she learned how to fly. Clearly, this is just another standpoint on why she loves being having preconditions now. It also shows the growth of her, because I feel like any other time she would have just given up preconditions without a second thought and never thought about how it would help her. But like I said a few episodes ago, preconditions always save the day and always comes in clutch. Or essentially, I appreciate by the end of the episode, she once again realizes precondition once again saves the day, and I'm happy to have this power, even though sometimes every time I tell everybody else about my powers, they always tell my son, that's all you got is a witch? I feel like at some point, people are like, damn, it probably is a good power. And I'm happy at some point they do realize that her power would be saving lives. Because, let's be honest, if she'd had a precondition, they would have not been able to find the genie. And Prue had literally been dead. Like, we cheated death twice this season with Piper and Prue. We're going to be probably cheating death for a long haul. But yes, anyway, that's my season 2, episode 22, reaction to Charmed. Has been a crazy season. I'm excited for season 3. We're going to be starting next week. Woot woot. Honestly, what I want for next season is definitely Piper and Leo thriving. Clearly, she's about to meet the higher up, so we're going to definitely be finding out what happened then. I'm expecting a time jump. I don't know how long, though. I definitely think Piper and Leo are going to be thriving in a relationship. Probably going to be seeing them in their very much happy honeymoon phase before nonsense happens. We're going to be dealing with the Swords and also the council, and however they may do, since they out here sending demons at us to get us killed. So now we have higher source people that literally want us killed. So they're going to be essentially sending people over to try to like come against us. So we're going to be having essentially big people we're going to be fighting with next season, if not every episode, or at least maybe the main center of that episode season. One of our enemies may potentially be that, but I also really need Prue and Phoebe's relationships to be thriving. I especially want Phoebe to have a dating history or see the dating storyline, because she hasn't really dated this season. But I also want her to balance being a college student and also graduating. So yes, that was my reaction. Make sure to like, comment, and also subscribe for Charmed reactions. Favorite channel link below for Charmed, Teen Wolf, and Revolutionary YouTube reactions. Twitter will be links like soon I upload. Until next time, make sure you say peace.